In this video, we're going to see how we can use grid method to multiply two numbers together. When we use grid method, what we need to do first is to split our big number into smaller numbers. So in this question, 52 is our big number. So we can split 52 into two numbers. So if we split 52 into two numbers, we'll get 50 and 2. Second step is to make a grid. So for this question, you'll have to make a grid that looks like this. So 50, 2 and 5. We need to make a grid. For this one, we need to make a grid that contains 5, 50 and 2. After that, we need to fill up these boxes by multiplying these numbers. So if we multiply 5 by 50, we'll get 250. If we multiply 5 by 2, we'll get 10. To get our final answer, what you need to do is to add the numbers you got. So 250 plus 10 is 260. So the answer to your question, 52 times 5, is 260. In our second example, we're going to see how we can multiply a two-digit number by another two-digit number. When you multiply two-digit number by another two-digit number, you'll have to split both of those numbers into two or more small numbers. In this question, when you split 75 into two numbers, you get 70 and 5. And when you split 24 into two numbers, you get 20 and 4. Using 70, 50, 20 and 40, we're going to make our grid that is similar to the grid we've made in the previous question. So it's not 50, it's 5. Now, you need to multiply these numbers to fill up these boxes. So, first box, when you multiply 20 by 70, you'll get 1400. When you multiply 4 by 70, you'll get 280. When you multiply 5 by 20, you'll get 100. When you multiply 4 by 5, you'll get 20. Our final step is to add all of these numbers together. So your final answer will be 1400 plus 100 plus 280 plus 20. So our final answer is 1800. In the next example, we are going to multiply a decimal number by a whole number. In the method I'm showing you, firstly, you're going to make our decimal number into a whole number. So to make 6.5 as a whole number, what you need to do is to multiply it by 10. So 6.5 times 10 equals 65. Then using our grid method, you're going to multiply 65 by 42. So if you make a grid, if you split, firstly, if you split those 65 into 2, you get 60 and 5 and 40, and if you split 42 into 2 numbers, you get 40 and 2. Using 65, 40 and 2, you're going to need to make a grid. So that's our grid. So fill these boxes by multiplying those numbers together. So 40 times 60 is 2,400. 2 times 60 is 1,220. 40 times 5 is 200. 2 times 5 is 10. Then you need to add these 4 numbers together. So if you add those 4 numbers together, you will get 2,730. So this is not going to be our final answer. To get our final answer, you will have to divide 2,730 by 10. That's because you multiplied 6.5 by 10 in order to make 6.5 as a whole number. So at the end, you have to divide your final answer by 10 to make it equal to 6.5 times 42. So your final answers to the question 6.5 times 42 is 2,730 divided by 10, which is 273. So this is our final answer. For this question, we need to make both of these numbers into a whole number. So if you make 42.3, if you want to make 42.3 as a whole number, you want to multiply it by 10 and you'll get 423. Like you did to 42.3, you can make 6.2 as a whole number by multiplying it by 10. So 6.2 times 10 equals 42. Now using our grid method, multiply 423 by 62. Firstly, break these numbers into smaller numbers. For 423, you can break it into three numbers. It will be more easy if you break it in 3 numbers. So 423. So if you break that into 4 numbers, you'll get 420 and 3. For 62, break it into 2 numbers. You'll get 60 and 2. Make a grid using these 5 numbers. So your grid should look like this. (420, 3, 60 and 2. Multiply 60 by 400, you'll get 24,000. Multiply 2 by 400, you'll get 800. Multiply 20 by 60, you'll get 1200. Multiply 2 by 20, you'll get 40. Multiply 60 by 3, you'll get 180. Multiply 2 by 3, you'll get 6. Now add these 6 numbers together. If you add them, this should equal 26,226. Now our final step is to divide this number by 100 because we multiplied both of our numbers by 10. So at the end, to get your final answer, you need to divide it by 100. So 26,226 divided by 100. This equals 262.26. So 262.26 is your final answer. Our final question, multiply 2.2 by 0.48. So start by making those two numbers into a whole number. So firstly, you multiply 2.2 by 10. This will give you 22. Second is to multiply 0.48 by 100. You'll get 48. Now using our grid method, multiply 22 by 48. Split those two numbers into smaller numbers. So for 22 you get 20 and 2. For 48 you'll get 40 and 8. Put these four numbers into our grid. (20 and 2), 40 and 8. Multiply 40 by 20, you get 800. Multiply 8 by 20, you get 160. Multiply 40 by 2, you get 80. Multiply 8 by 2, you'll get 16. Add these four numbers together. You should get, if you add these four numbers together, you should get 1056. So this is not our final answer. Our final step is to divide this number by 1000. So 100,056 divided by 1000. Your answer will be 1.056. So that's your final answer.